the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And again. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QBY with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has to say now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last one alive.
He has
he
to go
has to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
At the beach, like the Molly 10. Yeah, Tudor on my coat in the front of bands. Yeah, I just chopped the roof, what's inside again. Yeah, finger in my lens, got it stuck again. That's it, really. It's gonna make me know. Take away the pain.
So just by running, and Imps goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, we get high like a gun. Spend it like a fidget, yeah.
2. Oh, Pixel. He'll find 1, he'll find 2. Right behind him, could he get you in team?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being bomb side, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. ADZ not taking any prisoners. That's...
Like I left some. Back in your bitch, like I left some. I ain't so dead, why are you mad?
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Coach side, really. Like,
and we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan.
Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Volpid series. This is the delayed third map from the best of 3 series that was unfortunately having to be put on hold yesterday. So today we are joined by Regufe Esports and MetriX Serenity. The games you would have saw yesterday, they ended yesterday's games on 1-1. So they're both looking to win out this best of 3 series today and earn their way into the knockout stages. The lineups we have with us tonight is Shiduku for Regufe Esports, along with Deadly, RSF, MG, and M4. And on the flip side, MetriX Serenity, they're propping in with Austin, Pawn, Luke Peef, Yorick, and Yols. Now, unfortunately, tonight, I am not joined by a co-caster because of the nature of this event. There's been a bit of a scheduling problem with other tournaments that people will be casting in, but they're not just showing that loyalty to to Volpid. You know, this is what they should be here for. Volpid is the best way to go, but I'll be here tonight to give you the best and most entertaining series that we can give, and hopefully you get to enjoy this series with me. Now, as I've said before, I'm a big fan of MetriX Serenity. I've cast them in multiple events, multiple tournaments, and I'm gonna, you know, I know these players, so I'm gonna try and keep it as impartial as I can. I'm not gonna lie, a bit of a MetriX fanboy, but that is what it is. So tonight, Regufe Esports, they're going to be coming up with some fun plays, and based on the games that I saw yesterday, these are going to be close matches as well, and they're coming up on the map of Ancient. So Ancient is going to be one of those maps that's heavily CT sided. It's going to be very contested in mid, but a lot of teams just tend to hit that B site. So I'd like to see some plays towards the A site maybe, as the teams are going into a knife round now to decide on which side will be starting where. Now, like I said, CT side is where it's at for Ancient. Whoever wins this knife round has a very big advantage. But that's not to say if you lose this map, they're out of the tournament, because they will go into the 2-1 bracket and have the opportunity to get themselves into the playoffs in another way. But ideally, you want to be going in 3-0. So let's see how this knife round goes. Hopefully you can see this as well as I can, because both teams, they're just squaring up in mid. Off they go. Well, there we have it. The winner of the knife round is going to be MetriX Serenity, and they're going to pick their side up very early on. And yep, they have indeed switched over to the CT side. So into the game we go, waiting for this match to start. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Fenris, and I will be your shoutcaster for tonight. So let's get this show underway. Wow, let's have a look at what we get as we move into round number 1. We have a kit and 1 piece of armor already bought up for MetriX. On the flip side, we've got 1 smoke and 4 sets of armor. So 4 sets of armor on both sides. A kit and some utility as well means that there could be something coming up to show in this game. And well, very odd play coming in, but expected play is that on the pistol round, the T side will hit the B side. So 4 players from MetriX have moved over towards the B side, with just Austin holding A from CT. And look at this. Regufe are going the other way, and they're expecting some resistance. They're not going to find any though, but damage has been done with a spray through the smoke from Austin. Only 15 damage done to MG as they move. They have control of the site, they have control of Temple, and the bomb will go down. And a little bit of a miscalculation coming in for MetriX early on, as they're now in a 5 versus 5 retake, and straight through the smoke to go with the flash, and are able to find the opening frag, pushing into Donut. Austin will get taken up by M4, who finds himself will 1 but 2. Paul though trades 2 back of his own, now into a 3 versus 3 as the bomb time ticks away. There is a kit on the floor, and the bomb has been tapped. Deadly though there from Donut to help out. Paul finds 1, he finds another, now into a 1 versus 3, and oh no! Tapping away, RSF gets the bomb diffusion. The timer is underway, the kit has been collected, and Luke Peeve is there to find the final frag, and we have 1-0 MetriX Serenity. A very lucky retake, because they had all the frags going from the Regufe Esports. Just unfortunate that another 2-tap came out and took them all the way down to a 1 versus 3. So early advantage MetriX Serenity, and they're going to capitalize with 2 MP9s, a scout, and a couple of rifles to boot against full Glocks. So potentially another full rush coming in this time, and we will see a full rush towards mid. The Molotov has held them at the bottom of mid though, and that smoke will hold them for just a little longer as Yorick takes up an advanced position. You have to be very careful though, because 5 Glocks might only be Glocks, but deadly when they come up in a large group. And he's going to hear the spray through the smoke. They go. They will find the opener as he's sprayed down by 4 Glocks. Yorick going down early on, and well, now they've got a rifle in their hands, but they're not going to slow down there. Straight through top mid goes Deadly with 16 HP. Already a CT spawn will be picked off cleanly by Austin, who's now turned around to Donut to find a deagle in space, and MG will find that trade. So now in a 3 versus 4. An MP9 and a Galil have been collected. Paul though there to remove the FAMAS from the map, as RSF finds himself yet another trade. 2 MP9s have been found, as Shiduki will put that to good use as he finds 1. Yol's now left in a 1 versus 2. M4 in hand up against a Deagle and an MP9. Gets up close and personal, finds MG down to 1 versus 1. Has guessed where the enemy has been. Will find the open. No, he won't. RSF finds the frag, and second round goes to Regufe Esports, and that's going to be costly indeed for MetriX Serenity, who are now forced into a double eco. Well, As we move into round number 3, rifles have been bought up, and 5 rifles come into the hands of Regufe Esports against pistol and armor from MetriX. And despite the disparity in weaponry, this pistol armor buy can be quite effective when it comes down to it. If the players of the defending side can get up close and personal and hold those angles well. Regufe Esports over there just going to hold deep and hope that they don't get taken up one by one like the MetriX Serenity team did yesterday, or last round, sorry, in the anti-eco. Close personal will be picked off by the M4 of RSF, so that's early advantage then, but damage has been done. MG will find the Yols, but oh, look at the damage done. Deadly, and MG down to 21 HP combined, and they're on the A site. Luke Peef already in position to try and find himself one. The smoke will block his line of sight, but oh, he's managed to find himself a way around it. Looking for players moving with smoke. RSF will find Pawn from CT. Just Luke Peef looking to find at least maybe one frag from this game, this round. Has seen the bump. Knows there's players all around him. Just doesn't quite know where. And we'll find MG as one down. And an AK removed from the economy. But we are now in a 2-to-1 situation. Regufe Esports trying to keep hold of their economy, not too damaged by losing one rifle, and RSF still at 8.2k. Hasn't had a buy since round number 1. In the meantime, full USPs and one flash in the hands of MetriX, who are just going to push straight out mid and see if they can return the favour that was done to them by pistols in round number 2. But once again, won't be gifted anything as there's no aggression from Regufe early on as we move around the side. Well, headshot has been done. M4 finds not 1 but 2 from the bottom of mid. But he is down to 20 HP, so we'll have to be careful that his AK isn't collected. In the meantime, Pawn is forced back into elbow by 2 waiting T's over towards Rampant. MG will find the RX. Now it's a 2 versus 1 we go, and look at the aggression. I'm not sure they know where Austin is. He's up in Donut, and players already pushing through onto A site. Bomb is going to go down. That smoke has just protected the bomb planter enough and it begins to fade. And well, he's going to drop another smoke there and hold up that position. Just Austin left. Potential danger of a ninja if they don't clear this position up once the smoke does fade. And well, I'm not sure why Shijuku's just going to hold down there in mid. They're just waiting out to see what's going to happen. And as the smoke fades, Austin looking to find his way. He does spot a player in Temple. But M4 off to the side will find himself his 3rd for the round. And a fantastic round it was for him indeed as he moves into round number 5. Let's take an early look at the scoreboard as we move into this. We're going to take a look at mainly the ADR and damage because RSF and M4, well, they're absolutely smashing the ADR. 165 ADR for RSF and M4 145. And, well, early advantage for them as well, 3-1 as we move into round number 5. Early aggression out mid. Well, smoke has gone down and damage has been done. RSF down to 10 HP as they look to do some serious damage to the economy of MetriX Serenity, but they've been forced back off of mid. Heading around towards Ace, made York think twice, but he will spot MG in mid, so down he goes. Early advantage falls to MetriX. And oh wow, the defense normally heavy on B side. This round it's heavy on A side, but Yols thinking he may have to move back in the opposite direction. But aggression has to be found. Deadly goes find Austin, but he's traded out quickly by Yols. He's holding on the bomb site. Can't find the head of a second. M4 finds one, and Shijuku finds another to make advantage for Regufe. I can't pronounce that name very well, but I will do England for you the best I can. Just Pawn and Luke Peef looking to find something else. The smokes go down to hold off the angles, and this after plant utility usage has been absolutely fantastic so far by Regufe Esports. Oh my god, Shijuku, what was that? Round the corner with a nice quick peek onto Pawn, finds the head and removes him from the map and essentially forced Luke Peef straight into an save. Oh, Luke Peef has to be careful. Players are out hunting. M4 will read where he is and find the headshot as well. They haven't removed the rifle, which is absolute disaster for MetriX Serenity, who are now down 4-1 on this map, which is so normally so CT-sided. But economy is a bit rough. An armor pistol deco maybe even coming in from MetriX Serenity. maybe looking to have to try and change things up as they move into round number 6. I mean, on the flip side though, I mean, look at the economy for Regufe. 13.2k for RSF, who has no utility left, granted, but still 13.2k and 11.2 for M4. Absolutely no struggles at all, and RSF looking for a boost up on top of ramp to see if he can find an early frag. Won't be gifted. Oh, he will be gifted with the head of Luke Peef, who has just been removed from the map. The back of his skull ejected all over the back of B site. Well, Yols now he's going to have to try and find something as his 2 players push it out towards mid. Just a USP in hand. Will be greeted by Deadly, who removes him from the map as well. So now into a 3 versus 5 we go. This anti-eco now an anti-deco because there's only 3 deagles left. And the bomb is heading over towards B site. Slowly they move. RSF and MG looking to find entrance. And oh, that little flick from there. From Pawn that does some damage, but unable to find the kill. RSF down to 34 HP. Austin, in the meantime, goes down on the opposite side. Pawn will find RSF finally. And, well, MG already up close to personal will remove Pawn in trade. And Yorick goes down after the bomb has been planted. And, well, Regufe off to a running start. And their economy's booming. They could probably buy for 2, maybe even 3 more rounds. MG, the only one close to struggling at 3.8k, but they're up against a full buy now. Big greens out on both sides. The AWP for Yols and RSF looking to see if they can work out where the other's going to be playing. Maybe an early AWP duel. Molotov and smokes down. And the little player bodge of the smoke into mid will allow MetriX to use that smoke as a one-way potentially. But they're not going to be greeted by anything as mid control has been gained. 3 players heading towards mid for MetriX, but they're going the wrong way. They're heading off towards B as the players of Regufe slowly make their way into A site. Austin, the only one in defense, although Yols has come through donut to assist, so their AWP is there, and Luke Peef has made his way over as well. And I think MetriX have read this as Pawn is making his way over towards mid and A as well. So Regufe, they're taking their time, and this is allowing MetriX to move into position as players have now been spotted. Austin on the double box will be flashed in. We'll find one, and they can more than that though as the boost is up. Luke Peef will find the trainer to M4, and it's now a 3 versus 4 take as the execute is underway. Oh, Shaduki does not get affected by that flash. We'll find one, but Pawn is there to trade out and steal the frag from Yols as RSF does beat the AWPer in a duel, and now it's RSF versus Yorick and Pawn. 2 versus 1 AWP in hand, and all these players have to do now is just wait because the bomb is down, although he has been able to collect it. Does spot the hips of RSF, sorry, a Pawn, and RSF will drop the AWP for an AK. Just doesn't know where the last player is. Waiting to see if he can find something, but Yorick, the IGL of MetriX Serenity, is disciplined. He's holding off and waiting for the bomb plant. Only 10 seconds left to plant, and he knows you have to plant soon. And when he plants, it's going to have to be a hold, and he's going to go down for a safe plant over towards CT. Yorick expecting some kind of fake. Won't be gifted by the fake, but will be gifted by a 7.62. And there we have it. RSF clutches in a 3 versus 1, and down it goes into 6-1 for Regufe Esports. Fantastic from him. Well, I've just had it from the producers. Portuguese hype is real in their comms chat, so Regufe Esports are going crazy. MetriX Serenity, on the other hand, the Dutch are probably a little bit more subdued as they try and work out how to get themselves back into this game. And we've got it for a slow default, and oh, RSF missing the shot, but Pawn has been taken down to 4 HP over towards Jaguar. He's forced to flee back towards site. Another bit of an aim duel coming down between Luke Peef and Shaduku. Shaduku does win out, the AK winning over with a nice headshot over the top of boost box. And that gives early advantage yet again to Regufe Esports, who are currently running away with this game against what should be the flow of play. Well, both teams looking to make some mid-play and jumping across. M4 will find Warwick, but Yols is there with a FAMAS to find not 1 but 2. and pick up the bomb and an AWP for his trouble. So he knows his player's coming over from the B site. He probably knows there's a player over in mid as well, but has to be very careful of the time. And it's Austin with a nice headshot from the Deagle. Will find one. And oh, Yols finds himself his third for the round as he takes out Shaduku. Now it's a 3 versus 1. The bomb has been collected by Deadly, and he's going to try and work out where he's going to go. Back towards T spawn he's heading, and round towards B. And this is a good call because the site is currently unoccupied, but potentially maybe going for a fake with this utility he has in hand. Just pawn on 4 HP, playing for sound, waiting to see if he can get anything on the site. And time yet again running low for Regufe Esports as they look to make their way onto B site. Just Deadly left on his own with 100 HP. Try not to give away his position. Will be giving away his position now as he drops some steps, drops a smoke and plants behind the totem pole. And he knows because of that smoke the player is going to be pushed around the long side of a B, but he's not been gifted with anything yet as he moves back down ramp to try and get himself into a safe after plant position. Well, all 3 players now of MetriX are looking to open up for the retake, and in they go. Flash is underway, and smoke has been gifted on ramp, but that's not going to affect Deadly. Is he able to get around the side? Will find Yols, will find Paul in this 1 versus 3. No, Austin does find the final frag and does have the defuse despite not having a kit. So there we have it, 6-2. MetriX Serenity bringing themselves one round closer to bringing it all square. 4 in it. That's all there is. 4 in it, which is a mile. It's an absolute mile in CS if you think about it, because they got now get 4 more rounds, and if they do lose this round, there's a good chance their economy is going to be shattered yet again. But Regufe Esports, their economy is booming. Even after full buying into this and losing, M4 still has 8.9k and RSF at 7.5. And they're not going to worry at all as the standard molly and smokes go down to hold off a rush. Oh no, M4 finds 1.2 fully flashed. Oh, how lucky do you have to be to get 2 players fully sprayed down like that? And straight onto A side they go. Yols is there to find 1 in trade, but it's expensive. Oh, Yols gets himself a second and evens the score as this smoke does land a little bit too late. Nothing else will come of it as the smoke has got his line of sight. In the meantime, Pawn is already on the flank round the back. He has been heard in will spot out. Who was that? That was Deadly, and he knows he's been spotted, so he's going to flee back in the opposite direction. In the meantime, Luke Peef and Yols looking to make their way in through CT. Luke Peef will find MG. Will he go to find second? Yes, he will. M4 goes down. It's just Deadly now who's been spotted over in A main. And the Molotov will prevent it from getting into sight. He's going to have to push through the Molotov, and it's not going to matter because Yols is there to find his 3rd for the round. And the defuse has already been held. Luke Peef gets the MVP, but it was Yols for me who won that round entirely for MetriX Serenity. And as we get to round number 10, let's take another look at the scoreboard and see how things have changed. Yols is going 9-8 and carrying MetriX Serenity back into this game. On the flip side, M4 and RSF now 11-5 and 10-4 respectively are trying to pull away, but not much they can do as the team play of MetriX does bring things back into contention. So things down to hot up, things down to get a bit spicy as we move towards the later things of the first half, and MG will find Yorick and catch him off guard, but Pawn is already close and maybe remove him from the map. Tried to wall bang, won't be gifted, but we'll see a play come through. Oh no, caught the smoke in hand. MG finds himself a second frag on 4 HP over towards Jaguar, leaving just poor old Luke Peef over on that side of the site to hold off. And well, M4 will find Yols as well. So now it's a 2 versus 5 we go. Full map control has been gained, and well, the bomb is down. They've got B site because down goes Luke Peef on that side. Just Austin left on the A site alone. Will not be able to gain anything as RSF will pull off a nice headshot, and well, I'd say perfect round for Regufe Esports. And look at the economy now. Despite winning 2 rounds on the trot, MetriX Serenity are forced into an awkward buy. 2 FAMASs coming out already. Austin looking like he might not be able to buy anything more than a FAMAS, and no economy. Oh, sorry, no utility. So despite winning 2 rounds, they're forced back into what could be another loss. Early aggression straight out into mid. 3 players from Regufe have pushed straight out, but they have to be careful because 2 players have pushed out early. Oh no, M4 finds 1, finds 2 as RSF finds Yorick as well. And it looks like MetriX Serenity is unable to find an answer to the aggression and aim from Regufe today. Well, Yols has heard a player over towards CT, will be trying to flank him through Temple, and well, you will find RSF looking the wrong way now. To 2 versus 4 we go. Luke P potentially expecting players to come from behind him, but won't be given anything there as all 4 players are over towards A site defending the bomb plant. And it looks like we've got a save coming in as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been thick and fast so far from the Portuguese side, going absolutely crazy. As we look at the scoreboard now, things aren't really changing all that much. MetriX Serenity are 7-3 down. As we move into round number 12, it'll be 8-3. So yeah, I can do maths, I swear. There we go, 8-3 down. And well, I don't see there being much of an answer right now in this first half. Regufe Esports are just running their way of it, and they forced yet another awkward bye out into the hands of MetriX Serenity. They do have max loss bonus, so they are getting 3.4k a round, not including what they're getting from frags. But despite that, Austin has a deagle, Porn has a deagle, Yorick has a deagle. There is 2 saved rifles, which are going to be heading over towards B and mid, but MG is not going to slow down. Straight into Jaguar he goes, looking to try and early aggression through elbow in towards B, as 2 of his teammates are at the bottom of ramp. Smoke going down to block off the door to T-spawn. Potential team flash there. Oh, 2 players caught on ramp. M4 finds one, but Luke P will trade as Shiduki trades him out as well. So a very quick game of trades in a meat grinder at the bottom of ramp will go in the favour of Regufe Esports yet again as they execute onto B site. And they do find their way on there. Oh, Yorick unable to find the headshot as one of the Regufe players does skirt on by through the smoke, but Yols is there to find MG eventually as RSF will be trading him out. So now we have a 3 versus 2 situation, but well, Shiduki's only on 15 HP, so you'll have to be careful. This could be essentially 2 versus 2, but Deadly will remove Yorick, and well, he knows there's a player over in tunnels. Won't be gifted with anything. Oh, almost Deadly down to 19 HP with that deagle shot, but Austin unable to finish off the frag, goes down. It's now 9-3, and MetriX Serenity now looking to maybe think a 9-6 is their best possible situation. Look at the economy. It's just not going to matter now for Regufe Esports. The economy is so good for them. They could buy, even if they lose the next 2 rounds, they could still buy into the last round as well. Early Molotov damage, RSF down, MG down, M4 is pushed down to 46 HP as he is found by Yols with the AWP from Donut. So they now know that there's mid players there, and they know that the AWP is, so they have to be very careful of that as they have no answer right now. 2 players moving towards the A site, bomb heading back into mid, and just MG solitary and alone left in mid holding off. MetriX Serenity in the meantime, they've got full passive, and that flash, oh, that flash was fantastic, has allowed Deadly to be spammed down to HP. In the meantime, on the opposite side, M4 finds Yo, Shiduki finds Austin on A site, and that's forced a 3-man rotate already into the A site, and away they go. 1 player up in Temple will be found by York, who finds up a second as well. The retake already underway, the bomb's not even down. MG forced to cower behind a box and wait for the aggression as M4 expecting the push will find Luke P for catch him off guard, and the bomb already on its way back towards B as they know they got players in the rear guard who could go and hold off any rotates through CT. None of this going to happen though, because M4 is just holding in mid, waiting for the bomb to get round towards the B site, waiting for a player to push through Donut, and time is going to be critical here. Will they expect there to be a player behind him? I don't think they will. Oh, look at this M4. He's pushing out, and the 2 players are moving all the way through CT. Bomb's not even been planted. Oh, MG catches one off guard. Oh, no, they were looking the wrong way. And behind the box, M4 finds the last Regufe Esports played it to perfection. Oh, no. Oh, no. If you're MetriX Serenity right now, you are kicking yourself because there's a player from behind, there's a player from in front, and they just played that to absolute perfection. Well, as we move into round number 14, MetriX Serenity back up to full loss bonus at 10-3, looking to find themselves at least 1 more round this half if they have any hope of coming for a comeback. And early Molotov has been smoked out, and oh no, Yorick has been caught pushing his way into Donut. But will they expect there to be 2 there, because they've pushed 2 players into Donut and they've changed up the defense? They've got 4 players over towards the A site this time, no one in mid, and only 1 over at B, and that's going to alert them and say, oh, maybe they're heading up towards CT, as Yols is now having to rotate back in and hold off that angle as well. And Regufe Esports, they're doing absolutely fantastic work just pulling the defense apart into shapes they're not expecting. Deadly will find Yols up at the top of stairs. And look at this. This is just forced movement again from MetriX. Movement they don't really want to have to make. Luke P looking for the waiting and expecting RSF to try and see if he can find himself another entrance, but they're just going to hold off and wait for the bombers moving over toward B. Pawn is the lone defender on the B site, and he's got to be very careful now. He needs to find himself at least one frag to keep his team in contention for this round as flashes, smokes there begin to rain down onto the site. Execute is underway. MG looking to try and see if he can get anyone from the tunnel position. Pawn will find Deadly though, so no there's a player in this angle, but the flash is no effect done as oh no, RSF already on the flank. Oh no, they're not gonna expect someone behind them because Austin is on his way in from A. Oh no, not this. There we have it. RSF gets himself a knife and Pawn, he finds one, and that flash has to save the life of Pawn, but not for long because RSF will find him with help from Shaduki. Austin and Yorick left in a 2 versus 3. And well, there's Regufe players in every direction as Austin has been found out. And look at the aggression. They know this. There's no need to hold off as they move back in. All for the kill. Didn't even need to defend the bomb plot. Straight in they go. Moving to round number 15. It's 11-3 to Regufe Esports, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this map does win the best of 3, which began yesterday, and they will be moving forward into the knockout stages. It is currently 1-1 in the best of 3 series, but well, Regufe Esports are making a good case for it to be a 2-1 to them as they do find Austin early on in A main. Yols has, well, we're going to find MG through the smoke as it pops, so now it's a 4 versus 4, and well, M4, AK beating the weaker FAMAS will be, it's now a 3 versus 4 as Yols, and I can't see who that is there. Pawn are moving away towards A main to try and find themselves a back entrance into A. Will be greeted by Deadly. Oh, down to 4 HP he goes, and that Molotov is going to force them to wait. It's not going to matter though, because Pawn is already through. He finds one, he finds himself a second as well. And now it's a 3 versus 2. Tables have been turned. Not going to expect them 4 up close and personal though. He finds 1, finds 2. Yorick in the meantime finds RSF 1 versus 1. Yorick gets the last frag and the diffuser puts the 4th on the round. MetriX Serenity pulling 1 back. Clutch in the first half.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Well, as we go through the first half, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. 21-8, M4 going absolutely crazy in this half. 17-7 for RSF. Deadly on 10-9. On the flip side, 13-13 is the best coming out of MetriX Serenity with an 11-4. 11-14 coming up behind him from Pawn. On the other side of the scoreboard, 97 ADR pulling their way for MetriX Serenity. On the flip there, M4, 157 ADR at round 15, going absolutely crazy, but if we're going to go a story of utility damage or utility effectiveness, well, we just got to look at the damage done by MetriX Serenity. 85, 84, and 28 coming on theirs. Only one player from Regufe Esports done any damage with utility, and that's only 22. But RSF is the story for utility today. 12 enemy flashes done so far, and it looks like it's going to be fantastic. So as we move into the second half, perhaps we'll see another side of the story. I know MetriX Serenity do have the team play to work a T side better than a CT side, so we could see some fantastic plays from these guys. But well, we do also know that Regufe Esports, they love themselves some aggression. They love to push. They love to get aggressive and play a little bit of cheeky Counter-Strike. So we'll see what comes up as we have a play towards mid. 3 players coming towards mid to attack 2 of the 2 defensive players already up in donut. Well, they'll spot 1 out as they move in. They're only finding the frag as Shaduki and Deadly team up to find 3 between them, and that leaves just Pawn and Yorick. To say that leaves just Yorick. Well, what can I say? That was over before I could even speak. Pawn and Yorick both went down on the entrance to A, and now it's 12-4 to Regufe Esports. And MetriX, well, they really needed to win that pistol round to get themselves back into the game because they have 8 rounds just to tie the scoreboard, whereas Regufe, they've only got 3 to get match point. That's all they need, just 3 rounds. A little bit of a different play as it looks so aggression towards A. So RSF opening up the frags with a push in towards mid. MG in the meantime finds himself 2 as he pushes through Jaguar at elbow. Luke Peef will find 1 trade though, and so does Yols. Now it's a 2 versus 3. FAMAS and Mac 10 in hands. Not 2 weapons you would like to say are ideal when you're going to come up against the long range of an M4, but they're going to be moving over towards mid, which is where the M4 is. So he's in an off position, not somewhere you have normally seen players. And they're going to be very careful of that flank because Regufe Esports, they've been very good over the last few rounds at flanking in behind MetriX and getting in behind where they're not expected. Yols looking to make his way out of tunnels, will be smoking off back lanes, and a smoke will allow Shiduki to hide as the bomb does go down in the smoke. And after plants has been made, Deadly already on the flank through Jaguar will be taken down to 13 HP and will be traded up by Luke Peef, but he does find Yols. Now 1 versus 2 we go. They do know where he is, and well, that Molotov is going to allow him to get into position. Well, Diffuser's going and it's being held. 5 seconds left on the scoreboard. Oh no, he's been forced out of position. He's still holding it. Oh no, not like this. Luke Peef forced to hold away from the position. Didn't they get in to try and take out the diffuser? Was just expecting maybe that they were just waiting for him to push. But no, 13-4. I was a little bit confused by that play as well, but it is what it is as we move into round number 18 of Regufe Esports. That bulldozer of a team is not holding up at all, and I wonder if the producer can tell me, are they still going crazy in their chats as we see a play straight up towards B round, fast and aggressive, Mac 10 or FAMAS and Tech 9 coming in. Shiduki finds 1, MG finds 1, Austin finds 1 trade, but MG's dead to pick up 2 more. That's free for him, but he doesn't expect the play to be all around behind him. And oh, to add insult injury, MG does find a 4th with the USP, and well, they've just removed all of MetriX Serenity from the map within the space of 5 seconds. 14-4 as we move into round number 19, and Regufe Esports looking for match point early in this best of 3 series. And this is match point. It's not just map point, it's match point. They're looking to bring us out and move on into the knockout stages. And well, they're not going to worry. The weapon advantage has slipped out of their favor, though. They're up against 4 AKs and an AWP, and that Molotov has gone awry as well. So, sorry, the producer was messaging me there. I'm not quite sure. I believe the HUD was a little bit incorrect, but it should have rectified itself by now. And RSF will be taken out by Austin as Yorick does find MG as well. So, sorry, the other way round. Yorick finds RSF, Austin finds MG, but oh no, Deadly up close to personal with MP9 finds them both. 2 for 2 trade coming in, and the bomb is down towards T-Spawn as well. So it looks like we're down to 3 versus 3, and it's not what you wanted to see. Weapon advantage has slipped away because Deadly could go back and pick himself up an M4, an AK, which I think he may be doing very, very soon. No, he's decided to go back towards the A site, towards the defensive positions in CT, as they're expecting a push towards A. And it's a good call because Shiduki has already made his way through mid as the flashes, the smokes do begin to rain down for the HQ. M4's already up close on the site. That flash was crisp. M4 will be allowed to find Yols because of it, but Pawn will be there to trade out, and the bomb has to be collected and picked up. Shiduki already on the flank. They're going to have to expect someone coming from behind, but Deadly pushing up through temples. We'll find 1. Luke Peef goes down. The bomb planter. Oh, bomb in hands will be found by Deadly as well. And there we have another 4K coming out. 2 4Ks in 2 rounds from Regufe Esports, and match point to boot. There we have 15-4. MetriX Serenity unable to find even one answer to this play coming in from Regufe. Round number 20, and well, we could early finish to this best of 3 series because well, today is only 1 map of the best of 3, but finish early. If they win this round, Yorick forced back out of mid by 2 mollies. Meantime, it looks like it's some aggressive plays over towards elbow, and almost caught over grenade in hand. Shiduki though is there to back up his teammate. MG falling back into cubby hole, down to 48 HP for his troubles, but it's not going to worry him because they are now in a 5 versus 4 situation. In the meantime, I have to be very careful. They've given up mid control almost entirely. Yorick has found his way into Donut, And Austin is there to pick up anyone trying to pass through CT. And Yorick will find Deadly. A nice headshot from him has allowed him to get into a controlling position. But Yoles on the flip side of B has been found. So it's now a 3 versus 4. Any aggression has been counted on opposite sides of the map right now. Oh no. Oh no, Austin's spotted the AWP barrel of RSF, but was unable to find the frag as RSF has dropped himself back into CT spawn. MG though, aggressive through. Jaguar will find Luke Peef in mid. Down to 2 versus 1 we go. Austin, unexpected in CT, has found the kill on Shiduki. But now they're going to go over towards... Oh, they've picked the wrong side. There's 2 players on this side. And there's 1 in Temple. Colt running around the corner. Austin finds RSF. Now into a 2 versus 1 on the other side. Oh, they go straight for the plant. They didn't expect anyone else to be there. M4 finds 1. M4 finds 2. That's it. Match point for Regufe Esports. 2-1 in this best of 3 series. And oh my God, that was quick. That was fast. That was some crazy play coming out across that. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard before it disappears. M4 with 25 frags and 9 deaths. Oh, leading the way. Standout player across the whole of the map. And there's nothing they can do, nothing can be done. And as a MetriX Serenity fan, well, what can I say? I'm a little bit sad that they lost, but well, they were outclassed today on this map. Outclassed entirely. But because it's just me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no interviews tonight because, well, I'm not a big fan of interviews myself, but to do an interview one-on-one like this is it's a little bit difficult for me as it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a massive shout out to MetriX Serenity, who did come onto this map with 1-1. They did, however, have not much of an answer when it came down to the aggression and the play from Regufe Esports. And a big shout out goes to the victors, who move on into the playoff stage. Regufe Esports now, they are going to be waiting to find out who their opponents will be. On the flip side there, we have MetriX, who are going to move into the 2-1 bracket, looking to get themselves into the playoffs with the next win. So they can still get there. They're not out of the tournament, and they are able to... they've got 2 more shots at getting into the playoffs, so good luck to them. A big shout out goes out to M4 as well, the MVP for the match. Outstanding plays for him across the map. Wherever he was, there was plays going down. So congratulations, Regufe Esports. A big shout out to the Portuguese Massive, who have been in chat, I imagine, watching as well. And a big shout out goes to my big boy Alex from MetriX, and good luck for your next game. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been Volpid Series 3. Thank you very much. See you guys very, very soon.
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, true. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And around it on Zubok. I'm going to get the cross. Retake! Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh,
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from PewDiePie? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that. PewDiePie with an ace. One angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. LJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one.